Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the press conference for the final. First point to note is that all of the questions today will be in English and all of Pep's answers will be in English. If I could ask you, please, to use the raise hand function on the Interprefy system so that we know where we're going with the questions. If you could do that now, if you're going to have a question, please, I'd appreciate it. I'm going to start with Ian Ladyman.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hi. The last final between two English teams a couple of years ago was quite a disappointing game. It was a slow game. Both teams struggled to reach the levels that they had shown previously in the Premier League, Liverpool and Tottenham. How big a challenge is it for you this week to make sure that your players don't drop off mentally or physically now that the Premier League season has finished it ahead of what is obviously a huge game?
I don't know what happened against Tottenham Liverpool 10 years ago, so we're going to try to do our best game as possible, to do what we have been this time together many years. So, and tomorrow, finish one period in the terms you want. When you achieve the final of the Champions League, it's like you finish a part of your process when you start 4 or 5 years ago, and I'm pretty sure it will be a good game. Hopefully, it can happen, and the team who deserves to win is going to win.
Thank you, Ian. Next, we'll go to John Murray from Radio 5 Live.
Hi, Pep.
Hi.
Just wondering, obviously, with a match like this, there is the possibility of it going to a penalty shootout, and penalties have been a little bit of an issue over the last couple of seasons with you. Can you give us an idea of what you've done to prepare for the possibility of that, both physically and mentally, perhaps?
Listen, we can train the penalties, but you cannot reply the momentum. You cannot reply the tension when it happen in the real moment. So when we'll, just in case we arrive to the penalty shooting, I will talk to the players. I will know exactly what I'm going to tell them to be sure that it's going to take a good penalty and try to do it. But I had a few things to think about it. About the game more than the penalty shooting.
Thank you, John. Matt Dickinson next, please.
Hi, Pep. I just wanted to ask, it's 10 years to the day since the Wembley final, your last final, which many people regard as maybe the defining victory and performance of your career. I just wanted your outstanding memory of that occasion and what it would take to top it, and do you remember it as that defining match?
Yeah, of course I remember. So this type of games, especially the performance, the preparation that we had, and especially the way. So against Man United, so one of the greatest teams ever. So in that period with Sir Alex, and especially the way we played in a fantastic stadium in Wembley. And of course, you have a good memories of that. But when you said 10 years already, so a long time ago. But it was nice. It was nice to remember, especially what we lived together with the guys, that period, and before and after the game, the feelings that we had. And of course, in that final, we express really, really well what we work in that period together 4 years in Barcelona.
Thank you. Next we go to Martin Einstein from ESPN.
Hola, Pep.
Hola.
Voy a hacer la pregunta en inglés. Talking about that final at Wembley that Matt was referring to, I wanted to ask you, in the build-up of the game, in the things you're going to say to the players, what would you change? What have you learned in the process to have the players with a perfect mind setup for the game? What will change in comparison to that build-up of the game and what you say to the players?
I know exactly I know the way we want to play. with who we are going to play, and I'm not going to bother them much. It's an incredible privilege to be here. I never expect. I talk personally. I'm not in behalf of the players, but never expect when I start my career to play not even one final Champions League, and now look, it's another one. We are here. It's more than grateful. The lucky all of us we are, and yeah, I know exactly what I'm going to tell them, and I don't want to bother them much and express ourselves as much as possible. This is going to have to do, and the guy who'll be anxious and nervous, I'm going to tell them it's normal. You have to deal with that. It's not bad. It would happen. And the guys are more calm, more relaxed. It's good as well. So everyone is going to handle the best way and try to go out there and try to play a game.
Thank you. Next we go to Martin Samuel.
Hello, Pep. Are you hearing?
Yeah.
All right. So generally, the finals are very tense games with a certain of fear of losing in there. Do you think that a Champions League final is just about winning, or you can salir y disfrutar?
Everyone won't win, but to win you have to play. And sometimes you want to play in one way, and the football and the opponent and the final dictate another one. You have to adapt the circumstances. So I don't know. Some players, this is individual. Some players go out there and are more pressure, more tension, more bigger scenarios, more, final champions it is, better plays, and the other ones, they have a struggle, but they had to handle this. So the guys who want to enjoy good, and the guys who wanted to suffer. So I'm pretty sure we have to suffer to win the finals. It's not, go out there and enjoy. So it's words, it's nice, but sometimes it's not possible. So sometimes most of the times in the finals, you have to suffer. You have to be resilient. You have to adjust the bad moments. The game, it's going to happen. And at the end, to try to be ourselves and try to be ourselves and do a good game.
Thank you. That question was from Arthur Quexada. Next, we go to Martin Samuel. Hi, Martin.
Hi, Pep. When you first came to Manchester City, I think people had a set idea of how long you would stay there and how long you worked at clubs. And it's 5 years now, and you're still here and you're in a Champions League final. What is it about this club in particular that has made you stay longer, do a longer shift at Manchester City than you've been with other clubs?
He gives to the manager everything what he needs. Of course, investment, so I cannot deny, and everybody knows it, but not just that. So I have friends in the hierarchy above of me, and the players have the feeling that I'm the manager because they feel I've been supportive since the chairman, from the CEO, from the sport director, for all the people. And most importantly, a part of the players that for sure it's good, but also there are 5-6 teams in England or in Spain, in many countries that they are top players as well. I feel comfortable with my staff, my backroom staff. I have everything. I cannot ask more to do my job as best I can do. So it's simple as that. It's no more complicated. So we are in the same line. We take the decisions together. The mistakes, we share the mistakes all together. The good things, we share it all together. And this is the point. So when we lose, they don't tell me you are the responsible because you lose. So, okay, let's go to try the solution when can do better. That is this club in right moment. Knowing as a manager, if I don't win, they are going to fire me. But they are going to fire me in good friendship. So in the terms, okay, I cannot do better. The best way is, say bye. But this is the way we work here, and that's why I extend a little bit here the contract 2 more years, and after 2 more years. For that reason, I feel incredible comfortable working, not just with the players that it is, so at all the departments in the club, in the media department, in all the positions. I'm comfortable, and that's why I decided to stay longer. So after the results, we'll decide if I can stay longer and longer, or we'll say it's enough. So shake hands, good friends forever, and move forward.
Okay, thank you, Martin. Dom Farrell.
Hi, Pep.
Hi.
Hi. You mentioned about having to suffer in finals just then. Thinking about the Dortmund and PSG games, were those games the best your team has suffered and succeeded in Europe, or does that give you good preparation for tomorrow?
Yeah, absolutely. But it's a final. That doesn't mean it's going to happen tomorrow. So what happened in the past in Dortmund PSG, both games we suffer, because I don't forget the first half against Dortmund, the first half in Paris, the first half against Paris in Manchester. So we suffer. The opening was better. But in the moment we stick together, we were in the game, and after the momentum, because tomorrow will be momentums. We will not have 90 minutes for one side and completely dominate and momentum. So the moment we're going to suffer, stick together, and the moments we're going to, to do it or have momentum, try to use it. So only I can say I'm more than grateful, and I'm the happiest man in the world right now to be in here. So it's a privilege, it's an honor, and we're going to try to do our best and make a good I would say advertising for the football. And the best way is playing a good game, be honest with ourselves, and try to win the game.
Okay, guys, last couple of questions, please. We'll go to Duarte Montero.
Hi, Pep. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Wonderful. You talked before about the players that are more nervous, the ones are more calm. I wanted to ask you, as a Portuguese, in which category the three Portuguese players fit? Are they the more chilled one right now, especially because they are playing at home? No?
No. I don't know what they're going to feel tomorrow, but knowing a little bit Joao, Ruben, and Bernardo, I think they are so incredible, positive, and I work in my career as a football player and as a manager. I've been in contact, been teammate or been his manager for many Portuguese players. And I was incredibly comfortable with all of them. I remember Luis Figo, Fernando Couto, Victor Bahia as a football player, but of course as a manager. I think they have a special mentality. They are so huge competitors. Maybe we are Latin, both of us, so we mix perfectly. I love this country. When I've been in Lisbon a few times, the food in Algarve, when I was invited from Figo years ago. So I'm really comfortable with the Portuguese people, and especially this season with Ruben, Joao, and Bernardo. All of them, they are fantastic human beings, and I'm pretty sure tomorrow they will be ready to fight and do a good game to win the title.
Last question for Pep will be from Andrew Dunn, and we'll then go and fetch players for the second part of the press conference.
Hi, Pep. I don't know whether you have, but I assume you've told your players the team for tomorrow night. And if you have, and when you do, how difficult is it for some players who've been extremely important to you over these years, who might not get to play in this final tomorrow night? You probably guessed the names I'm thinking of. Maybe Raheem doesn't make it. I mean, how difficult is it for those players who've been really important to you, who might not play in Manchester City's biggest game?
Terrible. It's absolutely disaster. I advise you, don't be a manager in your life. In your life, you have ahead. So it's not. I don't have any nice words to feel relief about the guys, like you have said before. They're going to play, but my advice is to stick with the team, because there are 5-6 substitutions here and everybody will be part, and life is always give you another chance, and work harder for them. Maybe next time you will be there, but it's nothing else can add. I just feel incredible sorry for all of them for don't play, because deserve it, all of them, but it's what it is. I have to be honest myself. The way you're going to play, I know them, and the selection I'm going to do is for win the game. No alternative.
Okay, thank you everyone. We'll be back shortly with the players.